It's never too early to start thinking about your 2020 move. Here are a few things that you're going to want to consider as you prepare. The market as a whole, the neighborhood you want to be in, previous sales in that neighborhood, as well as forecasting what future trends could be, as well as preparing your home for showcasing it in its best light without breaking the bank. The biggest thing that you want to prep for when you're thinking about making a 2020 move is, I think the first thing is decide on the neighborhood that you want to be in. You're going to want to think about what kind of schools you need. Is it elementary school, middle school, high school? You're going to want to think about transportation. And the other thing too is checking the crime rate in the area. I do find that the local police websites will actually show you the pinpointed reported crime areas. So if you're looking into a particular neighborhood, check out the local policing site, and that will give you a pretty good indication of where the high crime rate areas are. Finding the right schools is one of the biggest considerations today's parents make when choosing the neighborhood. So when you're looking at different types of schools, you want to check certain things like what special programs do they offer? Do they have French immersion, for example? Do they have an art program, for example? What is the overall school rating? You can actually visit a website called the Fraser Institute. We'll link it in this video, but you can actually look up the particular school and it will show you its ranking for this year, and also I believe it's the 5 previous years. Those are all things that you're going to want to take a look at when you're considering a school. Recent sales in the neighborhood that you want to move to is definitely something that you're going to want to consider and keep in mind. Reason for this is that similar homes, similar to the ones that you want to move to, you want to know what they are actually selling for versus what they are listed for, because that's how we determine market value. Every season in previous years, we do see the typical ups and downs in the same shifts of the season of year that we're in. So obviously we can never have a crystal ball, but you do want to take that into consideration and where you could see the market going in the month that you anticipate purchasing in. Once you've decided that you are going to be selling your home, here are some easy steps on certain things that you can do to have your home showcased in the best light in preparation for your sale. Painting your home is the lowest cost item that makes the biggest difference. You're going to want to choose colors that are light and bright and neutral, because that gives the impression that the home is larger and more spacious, and that's what buyers like right now. The next thing is you're going to want to check all of your lighting. You're going to want to make sure that all of your light bulbs are all working, as well as you want to make sure that your lighting fixtures are up to date and modern. The next thing you're going to want to look for is all of your sealants and recalking. So in the bathrooms, around the bathtub, doing all of that and making sure that that's all up to date and done nicely gives the impression that the home's been very well taken care of, and buyers like that. The last thing that you're going to want to do is declutter. Less is more. The beautiful thing about this is that it's very low cost. In fact, it's probably free if you're doing it by yourself. Less is more. Declutter as much as you can so that you have the fewest amount of items left on the tops of the shelving, on the counter space. Minimal is best. It's never too early to start thinking about your move for 2020, whether it's fall, spring, or summer. Let's connect and we'll do a complimentary home evaluation.